What's going on, guys? Devin here, back with Paramount Trading. Another video for you today. Had three trades, Tesla, Apple, and Netflix. You can see there. We're up about 3R on two of the winners today and down half R on the loser. So pretty happy with that. Up 506 on the day. So pretty awesome. First trade is looking at, or actually the second one today, we'll start with Apple. We've been in this descending channel. Market's been looking weak the last couple of days, so Apple has been showing some relative strength against that, except for yesterday we had some bad news come out against it, but it's rebounded really nicely, as you can see here. We were coming up around 9 a.m., 8:30 above this channel. So I was looking for it long, especially with the market potentially finding a short-term bottom yesterday. I was looking for a really nice move, nice big push on the stocks day. I took everything you see in calls today, and pretty much all of them worked. Unfortunately, losing on Netflix here, but we'll get into that. So Apple is breaking out here of this channel. We had the 5 EMA crossing through the 20, getting above the 50 on the hourly chart, looking really nice. So we opened, we dipped. I was buying it in this first 9:30 candle in here around 175 or so. I had 5 contracts total. So I was taking them, you can see here at the open. I think I took 2 when it dipped, came back up, I bought another one, and then once we came down here, I bought a fourth one once we double bottomed, and then a fifth one into the actual trend line. And we were coming up here into a rising wedge, which is usually bearish. So I took off 1, 2, 3. I took off 3 of the 5 into the push here, came back down. I expected we were going to start curling, market looking strong, finding support. It's kind of uncertain in the morning if we were going to hold or not in the SPY. And we did on VWAP here, push through. As we were breaking down, I did sell that last one. It did look weak. I was uncertain if we were going to hold. So I had one contract left, say, okay, stop around break even, which was 251. Never came down to that. And I sold once we pushed all the way up just under this 177.77 level that I had. I played off this last week, I believe. I remember this number. And I sold the last one there. And we're all the way up here to 550 or so. I don't think I should have been selling. I didn't accept. I was up a decent amount here, even with this smaller move, and I didn't want to lose a big portion of that. So I sold 4 out of my 5 just in that first push. I should be selling maybe 2 and just set the rest break even. And look at this huge move we had. I could have been holding one, another sold up here, and then maybe still holding one for, the moon. So I'm happy, I made just about 3R on it compared to my risk reward on it. It dipped down a little bit. I was at about max loss, a little bit under here, 30 cents or so. I was willing to go maybe 100, 120 on it. I did like this setup a lot, especially with the market looking like you're going to bounce today, and ended up working. So that was awesome on Apple. Let's go ahead and get into Tesla here. This is one I traded at the open, and it's just wow, this thing is ripping. I was in this at 180. It's up $9. 185 calls. Contracts are up at $7. I had them at average bought 262. So not bad. Definitely not bad at all. I had 4 contracts, I believe. So yeah, basically this wasn't a solid. We've just been kind of downtrending. We've been making higher lows here. After yesterday's bottom, it looked like, had a nice little bounce at the end of the day. And so I was basically buying on this support here around 180.54. Support yesterday, resistance came above, pivot point here in the pre-market. So I was looking for this ascending line here, kind of like an ascending triangle. And then just looking for that dip down and for the push higher. And that's exactly what it did. Like I had the idea. It did exactly what I wanted. And unfortunately, I didn't capitalize really on this huge move. I was selling them up once we pushed into this 182.43 level. I saw this quick gain up 283, almost $300, and snagged it. I could have been up massive today. This could have been a couple $1,000 if I was holding this. I just have to Just get the mentality, psychology of just letting these run, not taking the quick gain, not taking the quick gain. This could have been 2.5. This could have been a massive day today, but only at 500. That's okay. So that's pretty much what happened. Opened, dipped down. Let me zoom in here on these contracts. Dipped down, I saw it getting bought up. I jumped in here. We consolidated, and then once we pushed through, I was pretty much just selling them at around 935. Yeah, I was in this candle. Dipped down, and we were just selling them right in here. Small picture, it's $2.50 move, $2 move. Awesome gains on it once we broke through, but I'm not holding for the bigger picture. I don't have a contract here that's gonna let me take advantage of these massive gains. Just holding one contract, it's about 500 bucks. So holding two, that's a grand right there. Great idea for the bounce today. Nice entries, but not holding for the bigger picture, unfortunately. Something this month in June, I'm really gonna need to work on that. I can really take advantage of these huge moves. Let's get into Netflix as the last trade today. 350 calls. So Netflix today, we had a huge move. I was actually watching Netflix at the open. Or I was watching Apple and Tesla. I had this one off to the side. We broke above here. And I was looking basically for this 345 level. It's a decent support level right around here. We were getting over that, over this line here. So we're going to see a huge move, I thought. So I wanted to buy the dip into that level at the open. Unfortunately, I just didn't see this right here. I was watching Apple and Tesla. I was trading them. And we got this awesome move up. So that would have been huge if I was able to capture that. I'm like, okay, we're going to come back down and retest it. That's my setup here. Really great entry at 405 on the contracts. And then we double topped here. Contracts were up about 20%, up about $1 to 505. And then I didn't want to risk too much on this. I was set at only about 50 bucks. It fell through the bull flag here. And I'm like, okay, maybe the market is unable to sustain the pop today. So I sold it for my 1 hour or half-hour loss. And the thing ripped up to 640, up to the 350 bigger picture target here. Kind of just a fake out drop and got bought up and shot through VWAP all the way back up. So my plan was to sell it half hour. I didn't give it a 1 hour down here at 305. I still would have been in the trade. I guess I really didn't accept the risk on this trade. I needed to let it breathe, possibility for it to come into this level again, get bought up. I thought the double top, okay, we're not gonna be able to get that big push. That was the move kind of falling apart. So took the loss on there, had the right idea on all three plays today. Didn't take all of my profits I should have on the 2 plays today, and then this third one I should have had even more. So leaving money on the table is the name of the game. I need to not just take these quick trades, quick profit. I need to let it work. And in the long run, I'm going to have these massive wins. Maybe I'll be wrong a few more times, but when I am right, it's going to be huge. So looking bigger picture, that's what I need to do is take advantage of the bigger moves. And that's how I sustain the growth, especially in the account. So with that, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.